Hello everyone, Josh here with Gotcha Legends, bringing y'all another Infinite Magicraid video, and today we're going to be talking about our boy Reeves, a unit that I consider to be on par with Holder, if not better than Holder in some situations. And we're going to go ahead and break him down, show you kind of what gear sets I have on him right now, and then even take him into Guild Boss so you guys and gals can see the true potential of what this unit is capable of. Alright, so here's our Reeves. We just got him to A5 a little bit yesterday, a little bit ago I should say. He's only got one dupe in him, unfortunately. Now, this is the big downside. This is some context that you might want to, really think hard on, because he's losing a lot of damage potential, not having his level 2 and his level 3. I just have not been able to pull more than one copy of this guy in over 500 some summons, not including the Supreme Rune summons or the Blue Refined Crystal summons. So we've pulled a ton. I've only pulled this guy once. I fed in the Voyage free epic dupe that I made a video about a couple days ago. I fed that into him to get his level 1. Now we need to work on trying to get his level 2 and 3. That way I can get his bleed percentages up to 50% chance on his ultimate, which of course he attacks 5 times, each with an opportunity to bleed. So that's going to be massive. Right now it's only at 30%. He is still doing the 500% total damage though, because we do have him fully skilled up. And then on level 3, his skill 1 would increase an additional 20% damage. And also the bleeds would go from 20% chance to land to 30%, and he attacks twice with his skill 1 for a total of right now 200% damage, which you can see right here. His second skill, his active skill if you will, his counter attack plus his effect hit up. We are running Verto as well on this team for, of course, the 40% attack up, which is going to be very good for him, and also for my Daario when we do our Guild Boss run. Now, this is a 100% chance for our skill 1 to lower our skill, our skill 1 to lower our ultimate, which is going to be very, very good because our ultimate is going to be applying so many bleeds. This allows him to be one of the very few units in the game to actually get the full benefit of bleeds. Like, there's going to be situations where he's going to get 6, 7, 8 stacks, sometimes maybe even as high as 10 by himself, where a lot of other DOT units, they really need other DOT units of the same variety to be in that team to be able to maximize the stacked layers. However, in this case, Reeves can kind of do that for the most part by himself, and bleeds are kind of an escalating buff, whereas it just gets higher and higher and higher the more stacks you have. So if we can get him around that 6, 7 mark, he's going to be doing the 100% or higher per tick, which is going to be great. Okay, and if you can run him with Holder together in the future, that's one heck of a duo, because they're going to be playing off of each other, benefiting each other nicely, especially if you want to get more leech out of your holders, thanks to the bleeds that will be applied by Reeves. So, Reeves is a fantastic unit. He even looks really, really cool as well. So our stats right now are hovering around 27.5 to 28k, depending on my tier attributes in my arena, depending on what my arena rank is at the time. Defense 18k, speed 1300 plus. I'd like to get that up a little bit. I did have it at like almost 1500, but I was sacrificing a lot of damage potential, so I kind of lowered it to kind of offset that problem. At least for now. We'll have to fix it later on when we get better gear. HP 292k. We are running, of course, a full leech set. I don't have this at 16 yet. I need to upgrade it one more time. Hopefully it rolls into something useful, either a flat attack, a crit rate, or a crit damage, or even a mastery. I really don't want to see effect resist in my gear, but it happens quite a bit. I also run into a lot of HP substats. You can't be super picky early on in stages of the game, because gear is kind of hard to come by with the right stats that you need. Like, if you can get at least 2 of the stats you want, maybe even 3, which would be more ideal out of the 4 available, then you're okay for now, but eventually you will have to min-max. But for now, this is okay. As you see, this is also not level 16 yet, so we are losing some defense, but we got 8.7% mastery and a little bit of effect hit, which is always good. We got a little bit of attack from this, crit damage and crit rate. The necklace, we got attack, which rolled very well there, and then we got some effect hit as well, and some more HP. Got plenty of HP. Now my artifacts, these are all doo-doo, at least the substats anyways. Artifacts are by far the hardest that I'm having trouble with when it comes to getting the proper stats. I have to fight with the game just to get the right main stat, let alone substats. Now, there's a few things you can do with the main stat for Reeves when it comes to artifacts. You can go crit rate, you can go crit damage. Honestly, I wouldn't go crit damage though, unless you got really good crit on your main gear. Otherwise, go crit rate, go mastery, you know, go attack, etc. Those are all great stats for him. We got, you know, some crit damage on this and some speed, which is okay. And then on this, we got a little bit of speed, a little bit of effect hit, and a teeny bit of attack and crit damage, but it is only a 3-star. So that is his gear. Now, when it comes to emblems, we worked our way all the way down here. I gotta maximize this, you know, later on when I get some more stamina. I gotta, you know, upgrade that all the way. But the big thing here is to get the mastery plus 30% under the attack category here on your emblems, which is huge. So we have that going on. Let's go ahead now and take this guy for a spin. Let's go into the actual guild boss so you guys and gals can kind of see what he can do. I'm expecting 4.5 million damage by him alone. Now, don't look at my total overall Don't look at my total overall score for guild boss, because obviously mother unit still needs some work, and I still need another DPS built up to put into my team. So for right now, I have to run Wim, even though I don't need him technically at all here. I'd like to have another DPS, but I just don't. So we have Hazanja, we have Daario, we have Verdo. Verdo is going to be helping Daario and Reeves the most. Hazanja and Wim are basically just going to be both scale into HP and defense there. HP, of course, for the HP burning for Hazanja. So we'll see what we can get out of her. I'm hoping to get at least, you know, a mil around there for both Daario and Hazanja. We'll have to see. Wim and Verdo, I'm not expecting any damage at all, to be honest. Verdo is going to be there, though. He has a very important role, and that's the 40% attack up in the effect hit up and stuff like that, which will benefit, of course, Hazanja and our boy Reeves. So that is the team. Again, I will be trying to tweak that team, make it a lot better later on. As you can see, I finally pulled a holder, spoiler alert, on the refined crystal summons on a single. I finally pulled holder. So eventually we'll have to build him up way down the road. I'm not sure when. And then we'll be able to add him to this team. And then this team will become very deadly. But if we can get somewhere around 7.5 million for our score again, I'll be satisfied. We are, of course, on the level 2 guild boss. We are also benefiting from having 3 Dragon Tribe units. So we're getting the crit rate up in the mastery. I believe the way this works up to 5. I believe it's after 5 turns you should peak that. You know, should cap it out around 15% for me. And it can go up to 20 if you have, you know, a full team of Dragon Tribe. I think that's how that works. So we'll see. But anyways, let's go into the battle. Again, I'm expecting big numbers. Now, I'm going to have to somewhat manual the very start because Verdo never wants to use the right skill. So let's go ahead and do this. There we go. We can put the shields up, it doesn't really matter. And then we want to, of course, get our counterattack set up, because the AI likes to use the skill 3 before anything else, like the ultimate. But we don't want that with Verdo and, of course, our boy Reeves. We want to start them with their active skills. All right, let's go ahead and auto from here on out and see what the numbers look like. So Verdo is really good too for kind of somewhat countering the attack down with his attack up, if that makes sense. It could be very helpful, especially when we're trying to apply bleeds and we're trying to, you know, just do big damage that ignores defense with our boy Daario. Maybe we'll make another video in the future discussing more in depth about Hazanja and Daario when I'm able to build them up a lot better than they currently are, because they're both undergeared and underdeveloped, especially when it comes to like emblems and auras and all that other good stuff. And by the way, I forgot to talk about the aura. I am running the green, I believe it's the green rare or common, whatever they call it, aura that just gives him, a crit increase on his basic attacks. So that's the one he's running right now. I believe I have it at 11 out of 30 on the level. So I just want to kind of mention that briefly because I completely forgot about that. And you can see here, we're already up to 6 million. We are doing some big, big numbers, and we're consistently keeping the bleeds on this guy. Okay, we got 2 bleeds there. See, it's going to be very helpful when I get that, that exclusive level 2, when that goes up to 50%. Oh, it's going to be so awesome. It's going to be so awesome. So we're sitting at 7.4. We actually might break my old score, and I think we just did. In fact, we might hit 8 mil if we're lucky. Just missed it. So, whoo! These numbers are insane. Now, I was expecting Hazanja to do at least 1 million. She actually performed a lot better than I thought she would. She must have did a lot of good HP burning ticks there, which is great. That means they went through. Almost 2 mil from her. That's awesome. And again, she's only awakened 2 and she needs a lot more gear investment and a lot of everything else that she just does not have. That's pretty solid for her already. Daario, again, same situation. He's very underdeveloped, almost 700k. I'll take it. I was hoping for a mil. I think Hazanja made up for him. Obviously, our boy Wim and Verto weren't going to be there for damage. And if I could just replace Wim with another unit, DPS, I'd be able to break 8 million with this team easily. Maybe even push as high as 9 to 10 million, hopefully in the next week or so. But Reeves dropped a bomb. 4.7 million damage. And keep in mind, he is still missing that exclusive level 2 and level 3, which is also going to give him another 10% attack, which is going to be great. And it's going to give him more opportunities to apply bleeds and more damage on his skill 1, which is going to be using a lot. So there's a lot to love and a lot to still go in terms of potential for Reeves. So Reeves is a monster. If anybody ever doubted Reeves, if anybody ever has Reeves on a lower end of their tier list, they don't know what they're talking about. Reeves is amazing. He's probably top 5 epic for me in the entire game, alongside our boy Holder. I like both them together. Honestly, anywhere you put Holder, I would put Reeves right next to him. And again, in certain situations, especially like the guild boss here, I would actually put Reeves above him, because he can apply bleeds like a maniac. And he also has counterattacking abilities, just like Holder. And together, they will work like a fine wine. And I can't wait. I cannot wait to eventually build up Holder and put those two together. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, if you guys are impressed with Reeves, let me know in the comment section below. If you're unfamiliar with him and this is your first time kind of getting to see what Reeves can do, were you surprised? Were you shocked? Are you excited? Let me know all that and more in the comment section below. Hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, turn notifications, join us in the Discord in the description below, and like today's video. Give our boy Gio, our little blue dragon mascot, much love. Get him nice and fat before winter, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.